Look, they tried to steal my glory, say it wasn't nothing. But God's the author of my story. Like the pray, one chance just to make it at the city, huh? Two hands put together, I hope he hear me, 3 a.m., my soul weary, spirit fill me up. Forever grinding to the day I touch a minute.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. On with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The forwards for him will be Brooks and Smith. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And for the Thunder, the wings, it's Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort. The post pair for him will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Carroll in at the 1 spot. And Shams, Houston loaded with young talent. And after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward, and they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here, and they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks, and with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there. Big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Şengün passes to Green. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Holmgren against Şengün. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jalen Green.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the D.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And subscribe and comment and become a member today.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the growth that Shai has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pass to Şengün. And the rejection by Holmgren. It's taken away by Smith. The quick look, no good that time. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Nuggets. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Williams.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Outside, Green. Smith outside. Dort against Brooks. Here's Green. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Green's got 5 points so far. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well.
Shooting two.
Throw good, Smith.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
Smith hits them both. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Daigneault. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Williams passes to Kira. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Trains it from beyond the arc.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick in the draft. And that's really changed the landscape.
Now here's Williams. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brooks outside. Smith with a screen on Dort. 6 to shoot. Here's Green. No good that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort passes to Williams, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Van Vliet. Scoreless thus far. And here's Green outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside Williams. Now Carroll from past the arc. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. In third, the Thunder.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
And so it's Houston with it. 8-point game. Green kicks to Şengün. They double-team Şengün. Here's Green. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists tonight. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands and really the direction. The nucleus led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City, that is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I mean dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course. Agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Jabari Smith. Off target from three-point range. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Off target with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Highly skilled and intuitive. Şengün is a handful. This is where some people compare him to a Jokic.
The Rockets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Hartenstein's checked in for Dort. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. And the second free throw, good. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Now here's Van Vliet. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Carroll. 6-point lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Green inside. Carroll covering. Şengün no good. The Thunder leading by 8. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Coming off a terrific season, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. And the Thunder making a change here. Wiggins is checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Eason's checked in. Green finds Smith. Back to Green. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Taking 2 shots. Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a switch here also for Houston. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Jalen Green. Smith hits them both. And so here is Oklahoma City. They lead by 4. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Joe with it. He's covered by Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Wiggins. Fires for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Van Vliet. Hasn't made one yet. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. Now here is Smith, covered by Wiggins. Smith drawn the double team. Here's Eason. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Thunder. 7-point differential. Pass to Williams. Back to Carroll. Takes a 3. Rockets with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting, Shams, what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams to just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum, and we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Joe with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Nuggets in Denver. From deep three-point land. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Wallace in at point guard. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Williams. Wiggins outside. To the inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Hartenstein. One shot.
Rockets trail by 4. Thompson, left side. Van Vliet against Wallace. Adams sets the pick for Thompson. Into the lane. Rebounded by Joe. And for the Thunder, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Van Vliet kicks to Adams. Here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Williams. From 10 feet out. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Driving in. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Really strong finish through the contact. Williams flexing on the defense there.
Van Vliet on the wing. Wallace covering. Wallace against Van Vliet. Out to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Pass to Adams. Whitmore with it. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
There is some fluidity for a guy that size in Steven Adams. He's a legitimate option rolling to the basket.
Hartenstein finds Joe. Williams scanning the floor. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got 14 points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. He's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And a change for the Rockets. Brooks checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now here's Van Vliet. Nothing on the board. just 4 to shoot. Thompson for the triple. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. Williams inside. Adams on him. Adams, some nice D.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Eason. Now Thompson lets the 3 fly. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 3-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. Williams, a screen on Brooks. Dort kicks to Williams. Sweet move. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Eason. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Houston, Eason at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. T's checked in for the Thunder. Şengün's checked in for Houston. And so Eason nails both of them. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Carroll. He had 31 points in the win against Denver.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. Thompson passes to Şengün. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Joe finds Carroll. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And Dort gets it to go.
And this is how confident Dort knows how effective he is off the catch.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Poked away. Here's Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him.
Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Şengün. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 7. And here is Brooks. Carroll with the rebound. Williams against Van Vliet. Williams gets the bucket. And now it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Another miss by Houston.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's the 3. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Thompson finds Şengün. And again, unable to change momentum here.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Now here's Van Vliet, still without a basket. Şengün with a screen on Carroll. Pocket 6. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Joe passes to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. And the 3 off target. Rockets trail by 13. Down low. Here's Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got his second basket of the night.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. He's checked in for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Isaiah Joe. And a change for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Green. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's 15 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Green. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Green. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Green. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Thompson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Thunder leading by 11. To the paint. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Outside, Green. Eason with a screen for Green. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. Down by 15 At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Hartenstein. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. The shot by Carroll, no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Green. Six on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Shot by Eason, no good. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Rockets trail by 13. Inside. Here's Eason. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Higgins outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Thompson. He has 7. Here's Green, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. From deep three-point territory. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Oklahoma City in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Before we analyze that first half, we get to check out the power rankings. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, Biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Rockets.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on. Let me write that down. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Here's Van Vliet. Still yet to score. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
So on the floor for Houston. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. Now here's Williams, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Here's Holmgren. And they pick up 2. Holmgren's got the first basket of the second half here for the Thunder.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
VanVleet passes to Green. Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got 20.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special.
Oh, nice mid-range. Jalen Green, I didn't know guys born in 2002 knew about that area of the floor.
Now here's Carroll. Fires at the elbow. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. He's got 23.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Outside, Green. Back to VanVleet. Şengün with a screen on Carroll. VanVleet can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 11. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here is Smith. He's got 6. VanVleet with it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Carroll's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Şengün with a screen on Carroll. VanVleet passes to Şengün. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. Tries again. Basket good. Holmgren's got 8.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. we have a chance. Let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Smith finds Van Vliet. Sengun with the ball. Back to Van Vliet. Will it go? Another miss by Houston.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Here's Green after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. On the wing, Green. 22 points for him.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from here.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Brent, Mark Daigneault was named the 2024 Coach of the Year. And not once, but twice.
Yeah, he won 2 separate Coach of the Year awards. One voted on by his peers, and the other one voted on by the media. What a remarkable accomplishment for such a young coach that has not only grown himself, but grown this team in ways that a lot of other squads are envious.
First one falls for him. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Both free throws good from George. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
There's Green with the three. Another miss by Houston.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Now here's Green. Sengun with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss by Houston.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And Sengun throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Sengun still able to play above the rim.
Holmgren finds Carroll. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. The shot by Carroll, no good.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Green taking his time here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sengun with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Green's got 25 points.
And what you just love about Green, a guard who works with or without the ball, can break you down in so many ways.
Now here's Williams. He's got 25. Outside, Dort. Carroll with the three. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. 17-point game. Pass to Van Vliet. That one misses. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Here's Holmgren. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And 12 points for Chet Holmgren.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Smith. From deep, Brooks. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Carroll finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Carroll. Now George. Brooks covering. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
It's Brooks on the wing, defended by Dort. Smith for 3, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 15. And that one drops.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Rockets trail by 21. Smith outside. Brooks outside. Pass to Green from about 19 feet. Count it. Green's got 10 points in just the second half.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Van Vliet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
That free throw, no good.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Thunder. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. That one is no good.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Carroll. Over Thompson. The shot by Carroll, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Right side, Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Count it. Green's got 29.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. The shot by Carroll, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now Williams, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Put that bucket in no time at all. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Williams, patient, smart, just taking what the defense allows.
1:49 left to play in the third. Şengün with the screen for Green. Launches a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on VanVleet. Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.